Hi, this is Marc Morrell from ToonBarn. We're here at the 50th anniversary of San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So I'm actually getting to talk about the 20th anniversary of Batman Beyond with Bob Goodman.
Yes, that's me. A lot of anniversaries. Right. You got that Batman Beyond's 20th, Comic-Con's 50th, and Batman's 80th. Right. It all kind of came together.
It's an anniversary year, so...
Anniversapalooza.
Yeah, there you go. So one of the things that we wanted to ask you about was the epilogue episode where we found out that Bruce was actually sort of the father of Terry in this. So how did that come about, and whose idea was that?
I'm sorry, you'll have to talk to someone else about that because I actually wasn't involved in during that part. So that was done on Justice League Unlimited.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Right. Yeah,
and I did write 4 scripts for the show, but as a freelancer, not on staff on the show. Okay. And so I wasn't really included in the conversations on that one.
All right, well, let's talk to you about something you were completely involved in.
Yes.
There was a character, an android character called Zeta.
Zeta.
And you actually created a spin-off show called the Zeta Project.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I created the character and then I created the spin-off of the show with that character.
So how did that come about?
So I actually believe the very first notion of doing an android on, like a robot character on the show was something that Alan Burnett threw to me, that he said, let's start thinking about this, maybe we can do something here. And I kind of ran with it. And I wrote this story about, I always loved those sort of, the old Universal James Whale monster movies where you hate this monster at first, and then you realize that they're really sympathetic and the humans are more monstrous than the monster. And then the monster is destroyed anyway, and and it's sad. And that's what I had in mind originally pitched for this character. And so spin-off was the farthest thing from my mind. I actually planned to kill Zeta in that one-off episode. And Stan Berkowitz talked me out of it. He said, why not do a happy ending? Let him get away at the end. And I kind of fought against it, and then I finally came around, and I wrote it that way. And then while that was in pre-production, the studio was looking at the time for people internally to pitch new series ideas, and I said to Alan Burnett, that character could be its own series. Kind of pitched him like a one-sentence version of it, just off the top of my head, and he said, "Sounds great." That's my Alan Burnett impression. Yeah. Sounds great. Pitch it to the studio, and I did, and the studio executive loved it, and it all kind of took off from there.
That's cool because a lot of people calls the Zeta Project one of their favorite shows.
Oh, I'm thrilled to hear that. This doesn't always get back to me. Right. I'm really proud of it. Obviously, there were during that period of time we were having some challenges with our animation studios, with sort of tug of wars with the network in terms of what a kids show had to literally look like in terms of the color palette and the tone of it and the kind of stories we could do and what was safe to do for kids. So there were some challenges that we were facing, but I'm also really proud of a lot of what we accomplished on that show. It was, to my knowledge, the first kids animated show that was serialized in the way that it was, that there was kind of this long mythology, the story of him searching for his creator. It was the first time in kids animation that anybody did a previously on every week to sort of, like what you see now in every television show and TV, to catch you up on what the story was so you could follow it. That sort of breaking down A plots and B plots and having the recurring, the serialized part with a standalone solution, puzzle solved every week. So I'm really proud of stuff we were doing. The characters of Z and Ro were, I thought they came out great, really endearing. Julie Nathanson and Dietrich Bader are the most wonderful people in the world, and they are as delightful as you think listening to those characters. Andrea did a wonderful job directing them. Kurtwood Smith was incredible as Agent Bennett. So I'm really proud of that. My heart is still full from what I got to do on the Zeta Project. And
it all came out.
Still like it.
It all came out of Batman Beyond.
It all came out of Batman Beyond. Yeah.
I want to thank you for joining us for ToonBarn at San Diego Comic-Con.
Thank you very much. Nice meeting you.
How did Shui come about, and what the heck does it actually mean?
Well, how it came about, this one was my wife.
All about wives.
This was right around the time of Wayne's World, and a brief, feng shui was really in, and we had started joking, going, no shui, And we kind of were joking with Hillary Bader, if you'll remember Hillary. And somewhere in there, I think Stacy and Hillary kind of together thought that would actually be a word that would like work on the show for cool. It sounds like cool, and it sounds like it kind of fits the feel of what language on the show should be like. And so we started putting it in scripts.
Did you guys write for anybody in particular? Especially with knowing Kevin and Will, did that change how you did things?
This isn't exactly an answer to the question, but an anecdote that this all brings up. I'd written an episode called Big Time, that we had one character who was supposed to be really kind of a bumbling, ineffectual businessman, and another character that was supposed to be this tough mobster. And Andrea cast William H. Macy and Robert Patrick. And we all assumed when we got to the recording session that, you know, William H. Macy, like, I think we really were thinking about that Lundegaard character from Fargo, and maybe that is the closest to writing to a character, and that Robert Patrick was going to play the tough guy. And Andrea says when we get to the recording, no, trust me, I'm flipping them around and having them play the opposite parts. And it was brilliant. They were just perfect.
The actors loved it too. They're like, oh, thank God I'm not playing the same role I played 1,000 times.
Come on!
Man, you're something. I've never seen anyone.